back. Cricket for Americans. Nick here.
Gabe, the Night Watchman, back. That's right, with the homie. Listen, the last video was rough. My apologies. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you got 2,000 views. That was great.
I was on my lonesome, on my loneliness, but I got my partner in crime back. Super excited. But before we go ahead and jump into today's video, we want to go ahead and a little bit of love from across the pond. Little stylish. I've gotten into watching this show with Cillian Murphy.
Peaky Blinders?
Peaky Blinders. Yeah, they're rocking the Peaky Blinders joint. Ooh!
I haven't seen it, but I know exactly what show you're talking about. It's very, very popular. So I got these hats from Scotland, made there, bought there. Had to give my man that. He happened to have the same shirt I already had. Stanley Cup champs. That's
Stanley
right.
Cup
Golden
champs,
Knights.
baby. Let's go.
Hometown team
You
winning
know
the
it.
championship not too long ago. But for today's video, nice little quick, easy video for you. We got a little unboxing, unwrapping, if you will, from our man John W., longtime viewer, subscriber, has been with us since the very beginning. And he sent us a little something, and because we have a YouTube channel, we thought, well, we got to open it on camera.
Why not?
This
Appreciate
thing,
it, John.
I mean, it takes time for it to get sent to us,
Right.
and for this guy to get to the P.O. Box. So we just
And
wanted
then
to
by
say,
the time I got it, you were already out of town. So
Yeah.
it was, it was bad timing.
It's been a few weeks. Just came back from being out of town with Jody. Had a great trip there. If you want to check out our journeys, our adventures, she's posting some vlogs on Boring Reviews. Go ahead and check
Boring
those out.
Reviews. I don't know, man. Jody might be a professional videographer. Listen.
They already got calls for her to go away. I'm like, Jody, we're married. You can't leave.
They're going to poach her off the channel.
Don't be greedy. Hey, they're offering you $1 million?
Bye.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
So we're going to go and check this out. If you like this in any way, because it's a different type of video, don't forget to
Like and subscribe.
and please feel free to support the channel. And look out next week when this third Ashes match finishes up. We'll definitely have a double recap. My man, Captain England, has
save
shown
it.
his
He's
presence.
coming to try to save it because, listen, I'm sorry. Australia's been holding court, cousin. Like,
Dude,
oh, man. Woo.
It's crazy. They're so good. They are the best test team in the world.
Let me ask a quick question. What's a gypsy? Because they call them gypsies in the show or whatever. Like I said, I literally just got put on the Peaky Blinders. Somebody, oh man, Cillian Murphy, yeah, he's a great actor, blah, 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 blah. And I loved him in the original Batman, right? He was Scarecrow or whatnot.
He's been in a lot of
Yeah,
great
he's
stuff.
a great movie. He was in another one.
He was in Dunkirk. He was in Red Eye. He's going to be in
Red Eye,
Oppenheimer
yeah,
coming out.
the one with the plane or
Yes,
whatever. Like, he was
he's
a
so
nut.
good in
I
that.
love that. That one was
Yeah.
dark too. I love
That's
that
a great
film.
movie.
But I'm like, what's a gypsy? I don't even know because I know that they call the boxer the heavyweight champion of the world, the Gypsy King. What's his name? How do I not remember his name? Oh, that's
Big tall guy. I can't think of his name right now either.
Wow, that is so frustrating.
But I don't know too much about gypsies. I think of gypsies as like what you see like in the movies where like they're traveling around and they're kind of like trying to make money like on the streets or whatever. And almost like I think of like a hippie, almost like a gypsy, but a little different obviously. But just people that aren't in one place and they kind of just like are not really on the run, but not always living the most, civilian life.
And that's what I thought, like Gypsy, like Gypsy King, right? And Tyson Fury, that's his name, the Gypsy King or whatever. But it's not like those people are established. He comes from a well-known boxing family. Like I always thought that it was like a subculture kind of thing. But then it was like, no. Gypsies got like their own community. I'm like, what? I need to understand.
Let us know. Educate us in the comment section. Let's go ahead and, we have no idea what's in here. He just said he wanted to send us a little something, and we appreciate that love. Makes us feel great.
Absolutely.
It's
if it's something nice, it was for me. If it's something for hateful, obviously for Nick.
maybe it's a little Chris Wilkes inspiring. John is from Australia though, so I highly doubt that.
Listen,
it's nice and packaged here.
if it was a Han gift, you know what it'd be. Shout out to my man Han.
Let's see, the Ashes in since 1882. Oh, yeah.
Nice. Right in time for
Oh,
the
baby.
Ashes. Oh, that's dope.
We got
That's
the
dope.
urn. Now, obviously, I don't think this is replica
I think
size.
it's the replica size because
Look at
I've seen
that
them
thing. I
hold
thought
it.
they were smaller.
It's small, man. It's something small like this.
Check
I remember when they
that
held it.
out.
Look at the Ashes urn.
That is
And
so cool.
dude,
Yeah,
I gotta say,
replica Ashes urn.
replica Ashes urn. So it is this small. This is super cool. Thank you so much, John. You know what, Nick? Again, this trophy means so much. And I've gotten so much emotion from both sides on the one video I did. And just people on Twitter hitting them up. Like, this thing is almost turned into an international affair at this point, bro. Did you see what happened to Uzi and who was it? David Warner. They were like accosted, man, by fans like after the second match. It was just like
the Ashes is
it's so big.
And it's so disgusting for someone who's not an Australia cricket fan to see how dominant they still are. Makes me feel a little better about India's loss. But this is the thing. It's not like Australia has just destroyed England.
No.
But the fact that they are in England right now, a win, in my opinion, is destroying England because you're beating them on their own home turf.
Right.
Super close matches. And even today, we're in the middle of the third match right now as we're recording this. And Australia got bowled out for under 300, so I felt good about that. But then England got bowled out for less than that. No one can establish a partnership besides Ben Stokes, thank goodness. And I would have gone crazy if even Wilkes got like a 30 or 40. I would have been losing my mind. See? You got to have him in there. He only put 10 runs up.
No, and I would say that, here's the thing. Everything has been close. But going back to the WTC, let's be honest, man. Australia just, they put in work. They manhandled it. Australia has been so dominant. And then somebody mentioned this on Twitter. It was like, guys, this was the dominance before the Sandpaper Gate. Because remember, they lost Bancroft. They lost their captain and Steve Smith. Which, funny enough, somebody mentioned that Patty Cummings actually leaves the bowling decisions to Steve Smith. Like, so he doesn't underball or overball himself or whatever. Even though he's the captain of the team, he still turns it. And why wouldn't you use that, rely on that experience of captaincy? But this is how dominant Australia was prior to that humiliation, the
I don't know.
Sandpaper
I
game.
don't know.
They're back. They're back.
I don't know if any test team has been going back to the Ashes in Australia to where they're at right now. Because remember, they weren't even in the top 2 in the first WTC. Right. After that moment, I don't know if a test team in a time that since I've been a cricket fan has ever been this dominant. No, I would question this.
Maybe India. India has
win the Ashes and then the win. I mean, they're on their way to win the Ashes in England outright.
Right.
I don't know how long it's been since that's happened. I think the early 2000s.
Right.
Let's get a little, holding from the side like you see.
Ooh. Well, you put that little Ashes. There we go.
Why don't you go ahead and read the little poem that's on there?
It says, is it Ive or Ove?
Ivo. I-V-O?
When Ivo goes back with the urn, that must have been a player, with the urn stud, steel, reed, and the, what is that?
Tyler Coat?
Tyler Coat, return, it's a poem. I'm reading it terribly, obviously. I don't got my context, sorry.
Yeah,
the welkin will ring loud, I got it. The great crowd will feel proud, seeing Barlow and Bates with the urn, and the rest coming home with the urn. So is that actually embedded on the real Ashes? That's interesting.
I can't imagine.
Because I know there is some kind of writing on the Ashes.
I assumed it was going to say, when I first saw there was writing on this, I assumed it was talking about how, like, they came up with the urn and cricket is officially dead in England and all this kind of stuff. Let's bury the Ashes. This is super cool, John. We really appreciate it.
That's so dope.
If you're a fan of cricket, you know how awesome this is. We got the Australia baggy greens. Ooh. Now we got the urn. And usually a lot of this stuff here stays in Studio A, but I think it's quite appropriate with Gabe being the Australian fan that this has got to be a Studio B memento.
Oh, my.
So you got to find a good place so it's always there in camera.
It will be framed. I have to put it in the back camera. But that's super cool, super excited. Again, thank you, John, for that.
Yes, thank you so much. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being a subscriber. Everyone else as well, we appreciate your support. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time.
That's 6 runs.